What's up, blah? What's up, everybody? This is Daniel's son. I am here to do a tag video, sort of a challenge, and I got my monster. I think I'm going to need this right now. But I got tagged by one of my really good friends on Facebook and in YouTube to do a tag review or a tag video, a challenge for me on 4 fragrances for life, 1 for each season. So I got this tag from Agnes Eva, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I got to thinking about it. I was like, this is going to be impossible. If I had maybe like 8 fragrances, that would be a lot easier, but I do not have anywhere close to 8 fragrances. I lost count. I don't know how many I have. 70, 80, I don't know. Which is not near as much as some of y'all have. I know some of y'all have hundreds and hundreds, but this is still, oh my God. After I got to thinking about it, okay, I have to pick 4 fragrances for life and 1 per each season. And I got to thinking about that. I was like, this is going to be very difficult. And then I started thinking about it more and going through my fragrances, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this or not, because I have so many like favorite fragrances of different types of fragrances. I have like 10 favorite winter fragrances and 10 favorite dumb reach fragrances, as a lot of people call it, and I have a bunch of favorite spring fragrances and summer fragrances and autumn fragrances. And the first 2 days I was like, I had about 50 fragrances lined up, and I was just sitting there for like an hour staring at them, and I'm like, I have no idea even where to start. And then my logic come in, and I was like, just pick 4, because no matter what combination you pick, you're not going to be satisfied with it anyway. So I was like, all right, for fall and autumn, or for autumn and winter, that was fairly easy, because these 2 are my 2 favorite fragrances of all time anyway, so that was pretty easy. The spring was pretty damn hard to pick, and then the summer was extremely hard, because I have so many different kinds of summer fragrances that I love. But anyway, let's get started with this. Tell me what your scent of the day is. No matter if you see this 6 months from now, tell me what your scent of the day is. I have 2 fragrances of the day today. I shaved. Yeah, I look pretty damn good too. I shaved, and I always use aftershave or something like that. So my first fragrance of the day is Lagerfeld Photo Aftershave. This is pretty good stuff. I like this. As most of y'all know, Karl Lagerfeld died not long ago, and some of his fragrances are going for a lot of money now, because the day he died, people jacked up the price. I hate stuff like that. But anyway, my second fragrance of the day is a fragrance that I fell in love with, John Drinkwater. I got this from John Drinkwater a while back, one of my really good friends on Facebook. Ultra Zest by Mugler. I'm wearing this today. I love this stuff. I have several Muglers from the Amen line, and I have Pure Tonka and the original Amen, and I have a couple of others. I think this actually might be my favorite one. Ultra Zest. It has that gourmand Mugler DNA in it, that sort of caramely, vanilla, thick, but it also has that orange in it. So I think this actually might be my favorite from the Amen line. But anyway, let's get on to my 4 picks that I finally picked out. The first 2 probably won't be a surprise to a lot of people that actually know me and have been following me for a while. The spring one might surprise a few people, and then the summer people will probably be like, I've never heard of that before. But let's get on with the fall, my fall choice for life. Encre Noir Sport. What can I say about this? I did a review on this not too long ago. If you want to, you should check it out. But this is always going to be in my number 1 spot, along with the next one I'm getting ready to do. And at least it's going to probably be in my top 3, no matter what kind of fragrances I get, because this is really special to me. Encre Noir Sport by Lalique, created by one of my favorite perfumers, Nathalie Larson. Incredible woman, incredible artist. But the top notes: grapefruit, bergamot, cypress, lavender. The heart notes: aquatic notes, nutmeg. The base notes: bourbon and Haitian vetiver, musk, cashmere woods. The dominant notes that I get from this are the bourbon and Haitian vetiver, the cashmere, and the cypress. Those are the 3 main fragrances, or the notes, that I get from this. But all those other notes back up these 3 notes as far as I'm concerned. They all work together. But one of the reasons this is special to me, other than this is one of the very first fragrances I've got, is if you've seen my review of this that I did not too long ago, it was actually a little bit emotional for me to do the review on this, and I got to thinking about it, and I think I know why. Because this fragrance, to me, the accords that this has in it and the overall smell of this, there's a real darkness to this fragrance, like a really earthy, dirty darkness. But this fragrance also is very beautiful and very vibrant. And I think the reason that it made me emotional, I was having an emotional day that day anyway. But I think it reminded me of myself in a way, because I've struggled with darkness inside of myself and goodness inside of myself, like a battle between good and evil in a way. I've had some really rough times in my life with this. And I think in a way that this, when I got to thinking about this fragrance and tried to explain it in that video, I think it sort of subconsciously made me think about myself, about how dark this fragrance is, but how beautiful it is also. And I think subconsciously it just reminded me somehow of myself. But one of the most beautiful fragrances that I will ever be able to experience in my entire life, Encre Noir Sport for my fall. My winter was fairly easy, and if y'all know me, you probably already know what this is. This is Japor Bougeron, or Japor Homme by Bougeron. This is a eau de parfum, oriental spicy. I think out of all the fragrances I have overall in general, I think this might be the most beautiful, elegant fragrance that I have in my entire collection. Top notes clove, bergamot. Heart notes cinnamon, nutmeg, violet. Base notes vanilla, amber. I think there is actually more notes to this because this is extremely complex. But that's the notes. That's the only notes that are listed on their website, the Bougeron website. But what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I have not heard anything negative, anybody say anything about this. Actually, a lot of reviewers, this is one of their favorite fragrances also. But it's just so elegant, and so, in general, it's just so beautiful. Vanilla and spicy and smooth and creamy. It's just absolutely perfect for me. All right, on to my spring pick for life. Some of you might have heard about this. Some of you probably have not. This is supposed to be better than Virgin Island Water by Creed. A lot of people say that. I can't compare it. I've only smelled Virgin Island Water briefly, so I can't really compare anything. I'm not going to do that. But this is Gorse by Laboratory Perfumes. This is the Eau de Toilette. The notes are citruses, gorse flower, and cardamom. Now, the main notes that I get from this are floral and coconut and cardamom. I do get a little bit of citrus. There is no coconut in this. You smell coconut, a very beautiful coconut in this, but it actually does not have a coconut ingredient or note in here. The reason you smell coconut is because the gorse flower has a beautiful floral, but it also has a fragrance that smells exactly like coconut. So you get the floral and the coconut from this flower, and you have the cardamom in here to give it that spiciness. And I've had this for 2-3 months now, and this is, a lot of people are saying this is a summer fragrance, and I agree. But the reason I put this in my spring pick is because even though it does have the coconut and the floral, it's not aquatic. This is actually sort of a rich and deep fragrance. It's the coconut and the floral and the cardamom, the spiciness is actually, this is a very rich and deep fragrance. Absolutely, you can pull this off for the summer, but I think, I don't know, to me this would fit better with spring for me for some reason. Very beautiful floral and coconut and spicy with that cardamom, so that is my spring pick. My summer pick, a lot of people will not know of this fragrance, but this is actually, I think this actually might be my first ever purchase since I've joined the fragrance community last June of 2018. I think this actually might be the very first fragrance, and I got this because of a video I saw from a guy named Matt Sudes, S-U-D-E-S or something like that. I got interested in this. He talked very highly of it, and I decided to make this, I think it was my first purchase, Le Vetiver by Carven. The reason I chose this for my summer fragrance is because I really love vetiver, but this is not your typical vetiver fragrance. This has a twist. It has a very dominant vetiver in here, but overall this fragrance is very fresh and very clean, and it has a very soapy vetiver in it. There's nothing dirty, a dirty vetiver about this whatsoever. It's very clean and soapy vetiver. But it actually has a twist because it has mandarin in it, and it has gin to give it sort of like a boozy vibe to it. But the notes to this are mandarin, mint, geranium, lavender, Dutch gin, Haitian vetiver, patchouli, cold spices, labdanum, and musk. The dominant notes in here are the vetiver and the gin, but it has those cold spices in there, and the geranium and the patchouli to give it even more of a twist. But this is my go-to summer fragrance. This is not aquatic either, but it makes me feel good. It's very refreshing. It's a nice twist on a vetiver fragrance. But this is my pick for summertime. So I feel better that I've gotten through this video. I almost had a heart attack trying to pick out fragrances. 4. I was like, oh my God, I was going to have a heart attack trying to think of only 4. But I made it, y'all. So thank you, Agnes Eva, for tagging me. And now I would like to tag 2 other people. I would like to tag 20 other people because I have a lot of really good friends in YouTube land and in Facebook land, but I have to limit myself to how many people I'm going to tag, and I had to pick out 2, so don't feel bad if I didn't pick you. It's not because I don't like you or anything. I wish I could like tag 20 people, but I can't do that, so I just have to pick out 2. One of my really good friends, John Harper, he is on Facebook, but he has a blog called Musings of a Fraghead. I'll put the link in the description on his blog. Really excellent reviews on his blog, really good detail, simple, straightforward, excellent blog. But I'll put the link. I'm going to tag you, John, and I'll put the link in the description on where you can check him out. And also another guy I met a long time ago when I first joined FragCom, not too long after, a really good guy. His name is Augie. He has a YouTube channel called Your 2 Cents. I want to tag him also, and I'll put the link in the description on where you can check him out. But anyway, that's it for my review, and I hope you got something from it. If you want to be notified of my upcoming reviews, I got some excellent reviews coming up. If you want to be notified, subscribe to this channel and click the little bell, because this coming Sunday, I'm going to do some oud dominant fragrances. That there's a lot of oud, supposedly oud fragrances out there that has supreme oud and oud intense, but they're actually not really, you can't even hardly tell that there's oud in them. This is an oud dominant fragrances, these 2. It's from a house called The Different Company. One is called Oud for Love, and the other from the same house, The Different Company, is called Oud Shamash. So I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do both of them in the same review or just do one review for one and then the other for another review. But anyway, stay tuned for that. And but anyway, I love you. Thank you, Agnes Eva, for tagging me, and John and Augie, you're next. So I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a good day. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.